Hi, my name's Costas.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Weekly Magazine, number 74, I believe.
74? That's almost 75.
Now, a couple of things we're going to do is continue with last week's anagram.
Which was?
And also continue with last week's question and answer. But last week's anagram was?
We deal havoc.
Yeah, so send in your answers, you know the usual places.
We don't know what is.
But we do deal havoc.
We deal havoc.
This week we are feeling back to normal. There's no days lying in bed, there's no excuses of not doing any work. This week is all speed ahead. We're actually filming this show early as well.
We are ahead of the game.
We are ahead, and tomorrow we're out filming more trailer stuff, so it's all exciting stuff. But the once-overs this week are...
Casshan Wallace's camera tricks. Very exciting.
At the Table Live Lectures by Ekaterina.
And our blast from the past is a very, very cute oldie but goodie, the Crazy Cube.
Don't laugh.
Don't laugh.
This is some serious business.
Serious magic.
Absolutely. So let's get on with this week's show. The first once-over is Camera Tricks by Casshan Wallace. Let's watch the official trailer and then we come back and discuss it.
This is how I make money. This is how I break the laws of physics. Here we'll go like this. Watch the paper clips. Here, go ahead and pull. Here's how I keep my card tricks extra fresh. So I asked if they took card, like as a joke. So and they said no. So I said, how about cash? And I went like that and changed it to a bill. This is how I put my cards into the box. Do you mind if I use your ring for anything, or is it? No, I won't lose it, I promise. If I lost it and I draw, oh. Wait, oh. Do you know how to take that off? Awesome, awesome, Magic.
What?
Oh my god, what the heck?
Yeah.
That was great. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
You've just seen the official trailer for Camera Tricks. Now, I was a bit skeptical with this.
I was too. Well, I mean, the trailer looks phenomenal. The trailer looks...
It looks fantastic.
That's the whole point of camera
tricks. The stuff
tricks.
looks impossible. It's as though there were camera tricks involved. But you watch the DVD and then you realise everything that you see on the trailer is doable.
You can perform.
And the irony is, it's all very easy stuff.
It is. It's surprisingly simple.
The methods are simple. You have to make the stuff.
Yes.
Which is, again, simple. But you get such a visual moment.
Truth be told.
So it's quite an interesting project. The fact that everything on the trailer is as it is in the real world. It's easy to do. The stuff is easy to make. It's easy to perform, but it's so visual.
Yes.
It's like it's impossible. It shouldn't
That is the
be
point.
possible.
My favourite is C/M, which is you've got it's a transposition between a folded card and a dollar bill. So you put the dollar bill in your back pocket, and you've got the folded card, and you drop it onto the table or knock it over or whatever, and it turns into the bill. And then in your back pocket is the signed card.
So it's all workable stuff as well.
Now, we keep going on about it being really easy and simple, but the reason why I didn't do a live performance, just to reiterate, that it is really easy and simple, but I didn't do a live performance because I just didn't have time to make the gimmicks, because that is the only thing that you have to do on here, is actually make the gimmicks.
You do have to spend some time on this because you're not going to be able to do things straight away. You have to make them, familiarise yourself with the process and actually get it to look really good.
You might have to go through a few prototypes of some of the tricks. Some of them are dead simple. The tic-tac box one you could do straight away. C/M you might have to finagle around a couple little things just to get it perfect.
Well, yeah, it's saying that the arts and crafts is not difficult.
It's not difficult,
but
it's
like
just
with
some
anything,
precision stuff.
You do need to spend time in learning the trick. Even though we say it's simple and you know it looks as real as the trailer and all that kind of stuff, you still need to put some effort into making it look so good.
Yep.
You know, Casshan Wallace created these. He knows how they work, and he's definitely practiced them a lot. So it looks really good on the trailer. But saying that, I don't think there's anyone that can't perform it as well as Casshan Wallace as he does on a trailer, because they are so simple.
I agree.
And
that is Casshan Wallace's camera tricks.
Really well done, Casshan.
Our At the Table live lecture this week is Ekaterina's live lecture. Let's have a look at one of the effects on here that I did a performance of earlier and have a talk about it afterwards. We have a pack of cards here, Costas.
Yeah.
Yeah, very familiar. Would you do me the honour of picking anyone you like? Have a look at it, remember it. Do not forget to show it to the viewers at home. And whenever you like, just say the word stop. So we've got one card somewhere lost in the middle of the pack, which is yours.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and narrow it down to your card. So if you do me a favour and just hold out your hand, let's eliminate a few cards. I think. Yeah. Ooh. You remember your card?
Yeah.
So narrow it down to about 5 cards. If your card's in here, don't let me know. Don't let me know which one it is, but when we've gone through them all, at least tell me if it's in there, because otherwise it'll be a waste of time. So we've got, you can see this, we've got the Queen of Spades, we've got the 2 of Hearts, we've got the 2 of Spades, we've got the Jack of Hearts, we've got the Queen of Diamonds. Is your card in there?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. So hold on to the pack for me, and can you actually remember if your card is the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, or the 5th card?
No.
No. All we have to do is hopefully, just like so, a little rub. One card should jump to the top. Is your card the Queen of Spades?
No.
Wasn't the Queen of Spades?
No.
Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Queen of Diamonds?
No.
Okay. Oh, I think I know what's happened. I think because it's your card, it's gravitated towards you, so it's actually not. It's actually not in here at all. There's only 4 cards here. Your card should be gone. You've been holding the deck the whole time. But you have a look through the deck. One of the cards should look awfully familiar. There should be one card that looks different from all the others. Somewhere in the middle. Keep going.
Oh.
One card face down. And if you take it out, have a look.
It's my card.
Way!
Yeah. Cool. You just seen Chris perform one of the effects from this lecture, and the trick that he performed was cardistry biddle trick.
Yes, I simplified the effect a little bit because there's a lot of cardistry stuff on this DVD, which is brilliant, but it needs practice to get some cardistry stuff down, which I didn't have the time to put in.
I was looking forward to this lecture because I was aware of Ekaterina for quite a while, and I knew she was you know, into her cards.
Skilled.
But I didn't realise how good she really is. She's
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
Her XCM is fantastic. Her knowledge and expertise in magic is really advanced.
Yeah.
She does know her stuff.
She knows her stuff.
And the great thing about this lecture, there's a lot of material. For example, the magic she teaches is really good.
Yes.
It's not the easiest things in the world.
No.
It's can be very technical,
but very effective.
Absolutely. You know, like with anything, if you put the effort and you learn this stuff, you'll have some really good magic on hands.
She goes through a lot of cardistry type effects. She likes to incorporate her cardistry in her magic. She teaches a variation on one of her signature tricks called layers, where someone signs a card, and within an instant, I'm trying not to give too much away, within an instant, their signature disappears off the card, and you split the card down the middle, and inside is their signature on the inside of the card, which is pretty impressive.
It's really nice. The great thing about this lecture as well, she teaches you about card splitting.
Yes, she goes straight into that.
There's a whole section on fans.
Yep.
Which is really good as well.
And she goes through proper, like, what grips you need to know, and she goes through a good point, which is a very simple point, but if you're going to get into cardistry and XCM stuff, that you really need to practice things with both hands. I know that seems like a very simple thing, but when you do like a Charlier cut in your dominant hand and you're used to that, and then suddenly you have to do two of them at the same time in either hand, you'll find it's a bit more difficult than you think. So there's just some nice pointers in there as well.
And it's all doable, it's just we're so used to using one hand.
Right, yeah,
you know,
fans.
Most of us are not ambidextrous. So if you're right-handed, you're so used to using your right hand. But I did go through a phase of doing the Charlier cut, as you just mentioned, with my left hand as well, and actually doing it simultaneously with both hands. And it just eventually became very natural.
Yeah.
So it's all about putting the effort into getting it to work and familiarising yourself and actually using your other hand at the same time as well.
Yeah, and getting that muscle memory down, which is... cardistry is a lot about that, because you'll struggle at first, especially like, oh, I've got to move my fingers in really weird ways and hold packs in different positions.
It's part of the fun of learning, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
But if you want a lecture that is, again, it's a long lecture, there's a lot of material on this, you want something that's a bit more technical, then Ekaterina's At the Table Live lecture is the lecture for you.
Yes, indeed.
The stuff are not self-working. They're a bit challenging for a lot of people, I would say. Yeah. But, you know, if you want something completely different and something a bit more technical, and you want something to dig your teeth in, and you want knowledge on fans and cuts and
or if you
card
just want
splitting,
it's a good stepping stone to start upping your game and getting into more advanced stuff, because it's not necessarily difficult stuff, but it certainly would be the next level for.
Well, she's a really likeable person as well.
She's very fun to...
In fact, remember when Google started to send invites for Google Plus and all that kind of stuff, and you needed someone to send you an invite to register, and in fact, Ekaterina sent me my Google Plus invite. In fact, it was on Facebook, and I said, does anyone have a Google Plus? And she sent me a link, and it was all sorted, so thank you. You probably won't remember that. Anyway, it's very insignificant. But yeah, Ekaterina is very likeable. She's very knowledgeable. She's very skilled. Her card magic is better than most men I know.
Agreed.
You know, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be.
No.
But she's very, very,
she
very
knows her
skilled.
stuff.
She knows her stuff. So definitely watch this for something completely different. The question and answer for this week is a rollover from last week. We've got quite a few responses, and it was about, you know, what trick would you like us to give a once over?
Yeah, just what product is on your radars that you're curious about, if you've seen a trailer that you're concerned about, for instance, or that you just want to know what a live sort of performance or what it would be like in the real world, and our honest opinion. Yeah,
and we've got quite a few. In fact, our blast from the past was a joke by someone. Yeah, and it ended up being, actually, no, this is a great blast from the past. So, you know, keep on sending us your answers, your suggestions, and if we can get hold of the product and give it a once over, we will.
Throw a dog a bone.
That's it. Throw a dog a bone. So let's get on with this week's show. Now, the blast from the past is Crazy Cube. Crazy Cube. This is something you'll find in a lot of beginners box sets, Magic box sets. If you're well, you were a beginner at one stage,
You will have come across
you
this.
will have come
Undoubtedly
across
come across this.
However, it's a fantastic product.
It is a little
Now let's watch a live performance of Chris performing this, and then we will come back and discuss Crazy Cube.
Costas, are you ready for something crazy?
I'm very excited.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Brilliant. I'm going to try and deduce one of your favourite numbers in an impossible circumstance. So, we've got a die here.
Yeah.
On here, pick any number you like, don't let me see, and when you're done, get that number, put it on the bottom of the cube, and put it inside this, this container here. So I won't look. Whatever number you choose.
Yeah.
Inside. And put the lid on so I can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And so just so we can show the folks at home, you can't see through the top.
No.
And you can't see through the bottom.
No.
No. And just as an added precaution, it goes in another tube, and that goes on there like that. Can't see through the top. Can't see through the bottom. Hold on to that. Hold it tight in your fist. Right. Now I have to deduce your number. I think. Are you thinking of the number 5?
Yeah, baby.
Hey!
Now, you've just seen live performance of Crazy Cube. I am surprised that when you perform this to people that come in the shop, that are beginners and they want to learn some magic, and you perform this, how well received it is. Because we take it for granted that the thing is plastic. You know, we won't go to a gig performing anything with a plastic prop. But if you're a beginner, or you perform something to family members or someone down the pub, I don't think the plastic becomes relevant.
No.
And it's such a very strong effect.
How small it is. You can fit
Now,
it in your pocket.
To prove how strong this effect is, I'll give you a perfect example. A customer came in, he wanted some basic stuff that are self-working, and I took this out, and he goes, well, I've got one of those, I know what it is. I still performed it to him. And at the end, he said, I have no idea how it works.
Yeah.
Now, he's actually got one of these, and he apparently does use it. But the secret was, I did not perform it the way the instructions performs it. In fact, I performed it the way Chris just performed it.
Oh, okay.
Because what the instructions say is, you get a dice, you get them to choose a number, let's say you're 5, you place the 5 face up in the canister.
Yeah.
Now, that is very obvious. I'm not going to reveal the method, but if you've got it, you'll understand exactly what I'm saying. So, the way to jazz it up a bit is the opposite ends of a dice, sides of a dice equal to 7. So what you do, you get them to place their chosen number face down and then put the lid on. That way it's impossible for you to know what their number is because it's actually face down in the canister. So that when you do the magic, all you have to do is take it, whatever the secret is, away from 7, and you can figure it out type thing, and
Crazy.
then you've got a trick that people think they know how it's done, but because you've changed the method slightly, they get confused and think it's a completely different effect. And he still brought it.
Hey!
He brought another one. Now, people might be watching this, they might be laughing, but this is what this section is about. It's a blast from the past. Perform this to any beginner and you've got a miracle in your hand. I know it's a bit of plastic and all that kind of stuff, but it's great.
Indeed.
And the advantage of most of these, they black and red. They're not in different luminous colours like yellow or green or orange and all those funny colours. So it doesn't look unnatural, and it's a really strong effect. It's really cheap as well. They're about £4.
£4.
So if you want something that's good, if you don't know what the method is, You would have heard us talk. Once you understand how it works, you do what we just said.
You can reverse engineer what we just said.
Yeah. And that's Crazy Cube. This is a blast from the past that
it's been around forever.
Love. This is great. So that's it for this week's show.
Hey.
Blast from the past again was Crazy Cube.
Crazy Cube.
We got camera tricks by Casshan Wallace.
And our At the Table Live lecture was Ekaterina's.
So we've been really busy now that we are fit and well. We've still got a lot of catching up to do because, you know, even though we filmed last week's show, we weren't on the ball.
We were not on the ball, but we are on the ball now.
We are on the ball now. We're back at work full time.
Full time?
Because last week we were hit and miss.
In and out.
He was ill, I was ill. Loads of stuff going on. But we are back. We are filming trailer stuff.
We are doing that tomorrow. It's very exciting.
We've already filmed trailer stuff for another product, which hopefully, I don't know. I can't predict the future. It might be at the end of this. It might not be. But if it's not at the end of this, it will be next week.
Yes.
Or you might get an email beforehand with the details of the first release. And then the plan is every week we'll have something new for you.
Yes, indeed.
So if it all goes to plan, and I'm sure it will, because we are on the ball.
We're on the ball.
The new motto is we are on the ball. We are on the ball. We are on the ball. We are on.
It's exactly what we do when we come in the morning.
We've got a mantra. Every week we have a new mantra.
It's not.
His new mantra, you wouldn't want to know what it is.
You would.
Anyway.
That is our 74th episode.
I think so. Or was the 74th one last
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Whichever one it is,
That's
that
the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Until next week.
Bye!